Hey everyone, here back at VCS 2017 with Dr. Spiegel from Metro Boston. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Drew.
How's the show going so far?
Oh, it's great. This is one of the best aesthetic shows in the country. We have people from all specialties, an amazing faculty, and each year it's just a pleasure to get to see my friends, interact, and talk about what we're doing that people like and hear what they're doing.
And are you a plastic surgeon or?
I'm a facial plastic surgeon.
Facial plastic surgeon.
Newton and Brookline, Massachusetts, just outside of Boston.
Awesome. Good stuff. Tell me a little bit about the value of attending a meeting like this where it's multi-specialty and it's not just facial plastics, for example.
Well, it all goes back to evolution, right? So if you have a good mix of genes, cross-breeding, you get a better idea as a better product. Inbreeding's never good, so when we have people from different specialties, they come at things with different ideas. They have different educational backgrounds, different concepts, things that they think are important. And you get a chance to hear what they're doing, take the good and dismiss the things that maybe you think aren't for you or maybe you don't believe in as much. And
sure.
I always come away from this meeting with great ideas and new things that we innovate.
I know we're early into the meeting, but any new ideas or some of those innovations that you've learned yet that you're looking forward to bringing back to your patients?
Well, sure. Some of the things that happen at this meeting is while I'm listening to other speakers, it's not necessarily the case that I'm going to take their idea precisely, but more often just the chance to sit still for a moment, and not be busy with patients and work, really gives me an opportunity to come up with something new. So we have some great new things that I think are going to reduce healing times, reduce swelling, reduce bruising, and allow our clients and patients to be up and active much sooner than ever before.
Awesome. Sounds really good. Great. Well, let's shift gears a little bit here. I'm going to ask you some personal questions. Just have some fun with it. What's your favorite
color? Green like the grass. I live in Boston, and when
it's not snowing,
when it's not snowing and white, I like to see some green of the trees and the grass.
Cool. Are you a sport fan?
Well, sure. I like University of Connecticut Huskies basketball.
I'm from Connecticut.
Oh, okay. I am as well.
Wow. My favorite team of all time, me and my dad, that's since I was a kid, UCONN Huskies basketball.
That's right.
I'm from Bristol. Where are you from?
From Manchester.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm a diehard Huskies fan. That's
likewise.
Awesome.
That's my top team, and then, of course, all the Boston teams.
Great. Sounds good. I'm hoping for a little more UCONN Huskies this coming year than we got last year.
Last year was rough.
Yes, but a few injuries. So anyways, we'll talk about that later off camera. What were you like in high school?
Gosh, I was one of those guys who got along with everyone. A lot of people in high school fit into little cliques where there's the jocks and the nerds and the popular kids and the sort of kids who stand around smoking. I wasn't really smoking, but I could certainly go hang out with them, and
Gotcha.
Really was able to sort of move around from group to group.
Awesome. What was the last thing you watched on TV?
A show called Fauda. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a very fascinating show. It's actually in Arabic. Largely.
Really?
So you have to read it, but it was well worth the time. It's a great show.
Fauda, I'm going to have to check that out. When my wife and I are big on Netflix, we binge watch all those shows. So anything else on Netflix that you watch?
Fauda was about 8 episodes, I think,
okay.
Of 30 minutes each. And that is the most TV I've watched in several years, so that's about it.
Why'd you get into facial plastic surgery?
Oh, sure. Facial plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Well, it was a chance to be artistic, chance to really interact with people. And what I like most about facial surgery, I used to do a lot of breast augmentation and tummy tucks and things like that, but what I like about facial surgery is that there's no hiding anything. You can't hide scars. You have to be meticulous. You have to really make sure that everything is not only going to function right and look beautiful, but be presentable from any angle.
Interesting. That's I never thought about it that way, but you're right. You can hide scars on the body, but...
You can hide anything underneath a shirt, but it's hard to keep a shirt over your face.
Right. You could do it, but it'd be interesting. Any unique talents outside of, obviously, what you do for a career?
Well, I guess prior to medical school, I was a professional chef, so I do a lot of cooking still.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's another opportunity to be creative and do something that makes people happy.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
Oh, gosh, I like everything. I can tell you the latest thing I cooked was a goose egg souffle. And goose eggs, if you've never tried them, they make everything extra fluffy.
Are they big?
They're big. They're
Okay.
about the size of 3 chicken eggs.
So fluffy. Gotcha. Goose egg souffle. I'm gonna.
If you can get them, you can only get them in the spring.
I'll have to
usually
come
from a
visit you,
farmer's
and then
market.
maybe you can cook for me.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Last question. If you could be any kind of animal, what animal would you be?
Oh boy, any kind of animal. Well, I suppose based on our previous conversation, I should say a UCONN Husky, but I'll go with a gazelle. It seems sort of liberating to run across the field, and as long as you're not getting eaten by something.
I like it. Cool. Thanks, Dr. Spiegel. Thanks for
Pleasure,
joining us.
Drew.
Have a good rest of your show, and we'll see you around.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.